Yo, what is going on, guys? RageTrain here, and welcome back to another episode of the HYPIXEL SKYBLOCK series, guys. Now, first off, I have got to start out this video by saying, holy crap, the views on the last episode where I showed off that 300k an hour cobble generator method have been going absolutely crazy. So before we start talking about the stuff that we're going to be doing in today's episode, I just want to quickly say, obviously, when a video starts blowing up like that, there's going to be a lot of new people coming to my channel. And I just want to ask you all, if you enjoy these videos, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm about 500 subscribers away from 30k, at which point I'll be able to get the YouTuber rank on HYPIXEL, which would be a huge milestone for me. So yeah, if you enjoy the video, just consider it. If you don't enjoy the video, that's totally fine. You don't need to subscribe. I'm okay with it if you're not enjoying it. But yeah, let's not waste any more time. Basically, due to the success of that last video, I kind of realized that people want to know different ways that you can make money on this server right now. So I kind of started messing around with some different things, and one of those things that I started messing around with was the auction house. And what I discovered is that there is a lot of money to be made in the auction house, and I think a lot of people are missing out on that right now. So I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly how you can be taking advantage of the auction house and literally making millions of coins. Like you guys will see here in a second, I've only been doing this for maybe a couple hours here, and I've already made 400 or 500k probably. So guys, basically the item I've been grinding for the past couple hours, and the one I'm going to be using as an example to show you guys how this strategy essentially works, is the piggy bank here. So that you can see right now there's an auction for this piggy bank here. It's ending in about 1 minute and 20 seconds, and currently it's going for about 250,000 coins. Now if you actually head over to the raw pork chop collection and look at what is required to craft a piggy bank, you will see it takes 40 enchanted pork and a chest. I mean, the chest is basically irrelevant. It's 40 enchanted pork to craft the piggy bank. So that kind of got me thinking, these piggy banks are selling for a lot right now. I wonder how much enchanted pork is selling for. Now I'm sure a lot of these auction prices right now are not final. I'm not going to try and bait that. I have actual proof that I have been able to do this for a lot of profit, which I'll be putting on the screen in a second. But basically, this is the general idea. So if you see right here, 60 times enchanted pork with the top bid of 150k. Now imagine this guy gets this 60 enchanted pork for 150k. So this 60 enchanted pork right here is essentially 1.5 piggy banks, which if we just established a piggy bank is worth 250k, this enchanted pork is worth 375k, but he's buying it for 150k right now. And in order to turn that into 375k, all he has to do is craft the pork into piggy banks, which takes 2 seconds. And worst case scenario, you would have been like me when I found this out, and I literally had 40 pork chop in this collection, but I grinded it up for an hour to an hour and a half and just set up some pig minions on my island, and I got to the 2,500 almost immediately. So basically, if you guys aren't getting the gist of the idea right now, the goal is to just buy the crafting materials for the item, craft the item yourself, and then just sell the item for way more than you paid for the crafting materials. Now obviously most of you are probably saying to yourselves right now, if you've never done something like this before, I mean, it sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? And that is where I'm going to show you the proof right now. So first I'm going to throw up some screenshots of the enchanted raw pork chop that I was able to purchase off of the auction house. You'll see I usually paid in the average of 3,000 to 4,000 per enchanted raw pork chop. So pause the video right now if you want to verify that those sales are legit, because I am now going to throw up I think the 3 piggy bank sales I have been able to make so far. And you will see that these sold for around 200 all the way up to 260,000, I think. Which if we go ahead and do a little bit of math here, if they each cost 40 enchanted pork chop to make. So yeah, I mean, basically that was super easy money. I was making around $100,000 every time I sold one of those piggy banks for that much. And the craziest part is it takes so little effort, because all you gotta do is open up the auction house, go to pork or whatever, just go to the ending soon here, put some bids in on some cheap enchanted pork. Then once you hopefully win the bid, come collect your auction, craft the piggy bank, and then just immediately throw that piggy bank up back for auction. But yeah, now comes the greatest part of this strategy, is that obviously it doesn't work for just piggy banks. It should realistically work for any item there's a demand for. Alright guys, so as just some additional proof that this strategy does work, I went ahead and bought 2 stacks of enchanted pork here for around 210,000 coins a piece, which means my total investment on these 2 stacks right here is going to be 420,000 coins, and this right here should actually be enough to craft 3 piggy banks if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and we're actually left with an extra 8 enchanted pork, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out because it makes things too complicated if I try to account for that. But what I'm going to do is list each of these 3 piggy banks for auction right now, and then we will come back after all 3 have hopefully sold for some very, very good amounts, and we will count up all the profit we've made. Knocking on wood that we actually do continue to make profit, and for some reason this strategy doesn't just fail out of nowhere. So I want to get this done for video. I hope this doesn't obscure the profits at all, but I'm gonna do the first one for 30 minutes, then I'm gonna do the second one for an hour, and I'll do the third one for an hour and 30 minutes. So they're at least a little bit spaced out. Also, guys, I just want to quickly clarify, if you're trying to make a lot of profit off of auctions, you're almost always gonna be better going off with a pretty low starting bid, because as you can see, there's an extra fee of 5% of whatever your starting bid is. So if you go with like a super high starting bid, you're going to pay a really big fee on it. So I've just been going with this like default starting bid of 16,000 coins here, because it's only like 1,000 coins for the fee, and pretty much every time it's gotten bid up to 200,000 coins anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. And you can see someone actually has already put the bid of 16,000 coins down this one up for 30 minutes. Hopefully that's a good sign right there. I also like the lower starting bids as well, because it gets a lot of people bidding on it, and so then every time someone outbids them, it pops up in chat, and that's actually like the best way you can get people to pay a ton of money for the items you're putting up for auction, is if they get into a bidding war. Like, I've legit seen people overpay by like hundreds of thousands of coins for items just because they get in a bidding war with somebody. But yeah, we're back in an hour and a half when all of these have sold, and hopefully they've all sold for over 200,000 coins, because that'll be a lot of profit. So yeah, I'll see you guys in an hour and a half for me, but for you guys it'll like be 3 freaking seconds or something, I don't know. Okay, holy crap, guys. I wish I would have been recording my reaction for like this last bid as like the last like 3 minutes of the auction counted down, okay? Because let me go ahead and open this up. Okay, so first one here, okay? 225,000 coins about, which is perfect. That's like the exact amount I kind of have been expecting them to sell for. So I was totally happy with that one. I'm like, okay, we are on track here. Then the second auction goes down at 130,000 coins. And I'm not gonna lie, boys, I started to get a little bit worried once I saw this one, because 130,000, if they all sold for that, that's like barely breaking even on the prices I was paying for that enchanted pork, which would be terrible. But then I guess like 2 money bags must have gotten into a bidding war on this last one or something, because it went for 399,000 coins. You can see like at like the last like 2 minutes of the auction, all of a sudden it went from like 200k to 260 to 300 to 350 to like 400. It was ridiculous. But you can see if I go through now and collect each and every one of these, my balance will be 754k, which means we put in 420,000 in order to buy the pork. So we made 330,000 coins in profit, and I literally did nothing. I mean, not nothing, right? I technically bought the pork, crafted it into piggy banks, and put them up for auction. But the crazy thing about that is I could have been doing like that other cobblestone generator method or something else too while these auctions were going down, and I could have made like 700k coins in an hour, which that's like mind-blowing to me. So now that I know for sure that this strategy is insanely OP, I do want to check up on this enchanted pork I was looking at. Okay, 237, that's a little bit too much. I think about 200,000 coins per stack, which is what I did pay last time, is about the sweet spot for turning the pork into piggy banks. Okay, there is this stack right here that's up for 115 right now. I'm just gonna automatically bid it up to 180 and hope that I win that, because that'll be like a super steal on that stack right there if I win that. And keep in mind, we actually even really made more than 330k, because I had that 8 enchanted pork left over from the 2 stacks I bought. So yeah, boys, if you did not believe me before that auction house flipping was an insane way to make some money, hopefully you believe me now. Oh, and that is the one thing I do want to mention, guys. If you're gonna bid a lot of your coins on one of these, make sure it's close to ending, right? Because like right now, I bid that 180k on this stack of enchanted pork here, and I cannot collect those coins back until this auction ends. So like, let's say I only had those 180,000 coins and that auction wasn't going to end for another 3 hours, then I just like completely screwed myself out of being able to do any of the auction house flipping for the next 3 hours, which would be a huge bummer. But yeah, guys, the one thing I do want to like really stress here is that this enchanted pork to piggy banks method is not going to continue working like super well if a ton of people start doing this. But the point that I want everyone to take away from this video is just like the concept of what is going on here. Like, you buy the crafting materials for the item and then just resell the item for a lot more than you bought the crafting materials for. It doesn't have to be enchanted pork, it doesn't have to be piggy banks. Just to like throw out some ideas there, I haven't even looked into any of these. Maybe when you guys log on you can. But something like a large storage, I feel like a lot of people might not have gotten their oak wood collection this high. You would have to buy, what is that, 4 stacks of enchanted oak wood in order to make one of these. But I mean, that could be one where you can make a lot of profit. Another one I think would definitely be worth checking out is like a medium or large backpack, because once again, like leather is kind of like an obscure collection, I feel like. So a lot of people might not have gotten their collection all the way up to this 25,000. So yeah, I mean, these are all ones to look into. Obviously, there's like endless possibilities. That's the fun of this, is everyone can make it into their own strategy, because everyone can be finding their own items and own collections and whatnot that work for them. Yeah, guys, hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure to drop a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. It helps a lot more than you guys could even imagine. If you got anything to say about this strategy, if you got a problem with it, if you got a suggestion on how I can improve it or something, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, make sure to subscribe if you have not done so already. We are closing in on 30,000 subscribers where I can get that Hypixel YouTuber rank, which would be absolutely amazing. So yeah. But yeah, man, other than that, I'm honestly just blown away that this strategy worked as well as it did. I mean, at the rate of 330k, I mean, at that rate, like, anybody could easily grind up 1,000,000 coins in a day. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video, hopefully very soon. See you guys then. Peace.